All right, so welcome to another deep dive.
Yeah.
You know the drill. We take some really interesting content, it's something you've sent in.
Yeah.
And we dig in, pull out the key insights.
Yeah, we go deep.
It's all about, helping you feel brilliantly informed, quickly and enjoyably.
Quickly and enjoyably. Yeah, you got it. We're doing the hard work, so you don't have to.
No more endless scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
And this time we're diving into something really fun.
Yes, we are.
You sent in the transcript from a recent Hot Ones episode.
Yes, and a good one.
And it features Selena Gomez and BennyBlanco.
Yeah, now if you're not familiar with Hot Ones, imagine your favorite celebrities answering interview questions.
Oh, yeah.
They're tackling these chicken wings that get progressively spicier.
Yeah.
And sometimes brutally, though.
Brutally so.
Wild.
Right. It's more than just a celebrity interview.
It's a pressure cooker.
With that hot sauce.
With that hot sauce.
So what we wanted to explore in this deep dive is the dynamic between Selena and Benny, both as, a couple and as creative partners, as revealed through this intense, spicy experience.
Right. Because that's where the truth comes out.
Right. We're looking at their reactions, their collaboration, and those little human moments that just bubble up when the heat is on.
Yeah. Yeah, it's those unguarded moments that are really telling.
Exactly. So let's unpack what stood out to us right away, right from the get-go.
Right away, you get a sense of their contrasting approaches. I mean, Selena's opening line is about the perfume of Scotch bonnets.
Yeah.
It's a perfect example of using humor, right?
Right.
To address a kind of a nerve-wracking situation.
Yeah.
What did you make of her initial mindset going into it?
I think the biggest thing is she referenced her past experience on Hot Ones on The Tonight Show.
Yeah.
And she felt blindsided by that super hot wing.
Yeah.
Bomb beyond insanity.
Bomb beyond insanity.
I think that really left a lasting impression.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because she explicitly says, I'm scared this time.
Oh.
So it's clear that that previous negative experience is really shaping her expectations.
Yeah.
And her cautious approach to this new challenge.
It's a great illustration of how these past negative experiences can kind of color how we approach things going forward.
Right.
Even in these seemingly lighthearted contexts.
Right. And it creates this apprehension almost immediately.
Exactly.
And it really influences how we face similar situations in the future.
Absolutely.
Now compare that to Benny's entrance.
Oh, yeah.
He comes in with this. He's like, I'm probably going to win.
Yeah, he's super confident.
Super confident.
Almost competitive.
Right.
It's almost like he's relishing the challenge a little bit.
Right. It's like I'm going to conquer this. And you just suggest that he believes he can handle the heat better than she can.
Yeah.
So it's really fun dynamic.
It's a good dynamic.
Where you've got one partner approaching with this oh my God, trepidation, and then the other one with this challenge.
Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah.
A little bit of bravado.
Yeah, a little bit of bravado.
Yeah.
And Selena even throws this jab at the host about her previous experience.
Yeah, playful, but it's also a little bit of a warning.
Yeah.
I haven't forgotten what you did to me last time.
Right.
Don't try to pull a fast one on me.
Yeah. And it also, I think, underscores how memorable those super hot wings can be.
Oh, yeah. But not always in a good way.
Not in a good way, right?
No.
But which segues perfectly into why they're there in the first place. Their upcoming album, I Said I Love You First, dropping on March 21st.
Big day.
They mention a couple of singles, Scared of Loving You and Call Me When You Break Up, featuring Gracie Abrams.
Love that one.
Hey!
So, it's not just about surviving the spice.
Right.
It's a promotion opportunity, too.
Right. It's a glimpse into their creative partnership as well.
For sure.
And Selena gives some really insightful commentary on how their close personal relationship really informed their music. And she talks about this deep level of openness and trust that she felt with Benny, whom she saw as the conductor of this record.
Yeah, he was leading the orchestra.
Right, exactly. And because of that comfort, she was able to share insecurities that she might have kept hidden in other professional collaborations.
Yeah, and that's huge.
Yeah, it speaks volumes about their connection.
It does, that vulnerability she describes, I think really highlights one of the key aspects of a really good creative partnership.
Right.
Which is that safe and supportive environment.
Right.
Where artists can feel comfortable taking risks and being authentic.
Absolutely.
And it's fascinating to hear Benny's take on it, too.
Yeah. What's his perspective on this collaborative process?
Well, he emphasizes how easily they navigated disagreements
Yeah.
and how incredibly relaxed the atmosphere was.
Right.
He even says they were making music in our house, in our bedroom. I mean, that's about as low pressure as it gets.
So different from a recording studio.
Totally different. Yeah, this intimate home setting,
Yeah.
I think really fostered to trust and openness Selena's talking about.
Absolutely.
You know, it suggests a really genuine partnership where creative energy can just flow freely without any ego getting in the way.
Exactly.
And then, of course, you have the humor.
Oh, yeah.
That's like a constant thread throughout.
Yeah.
And it's often sparked by the escalating heat.
Right, right.
I mean, Selena starting with a fork. The host's reaction was priceless.
I know.
What did you think of that?
I mean, that right away signals her cautious, almost strategic approach to these wings.
A little bit of a game plan.
A little bit of a game plan, and Benny's instant request for ranch dressing.
Oh, yeah. He's like, ranch me up.
Before even tasting the first wing.
Before even tasting.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's like they're telegraphing their coping mechanisms right from the beginning.
Right out of the gate, yeah.
And these initial reactions, I think, really give you a peek into their personalities when they're faced with this shared but kind of absurd challenge.
Right. They're both a little bit out of their element.
Right.
And it's so fun to watch.
Yeah. And as the spice levels climb,
oh, yeah.
their banter and genuine concern for each other becomes even more apparent.
Yeah, you can see them checking in on each other.
Right.
Offering encouragement, sometimes playful warnings.
Right.
Reacting to each other's discomfort.
Yeah.
You know, Selena's memory of trying to scrape the spice off her tongue from the last Hot Ones.
Oh, my God.
It really emphasizes how traumatic that experience was.
It's PTSD.
It's total PTSD. And, you know, Benny's analogy of that bomb beyond insanity wing as a straight vertical ring.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to the show's usual gradual increase.
Right.
It's actually a really effective way to describe it.
I think so, too.
You know, it really highlights why she might be especially wary this time around.
Absolutely. It gives context.
Yeah, crucial context.
Right. You know, beyond the spice-induced chaos.
Yeah.
We also get these little relatable glimpses into their daily life as a couple.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Selena's rant about not needing the pan to be on full blast.
I love that one.
When she's cooking.
Yeah, and people always touching the food.
Oh, my God.
Too much. Who hasn't been there?
Right. It's like those are universal frustrations.
Exactly. And it just makes them seem so down to earth.
Right.
Despite their fame.
Yeah.
And the anecdote about Selena playfully bothering Benny.
Yeah.
When he's doing something dangerous in the kitchen, like frying a lobster.
Yes.
It just paints such a vivid picture of their dynamic.
Yeah, it does.
You know, outside of the spotlight.
Right, that everyday teasing intimacy.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a little window into their lives.
It's the little asides that really make it for me.
I think so, too.
Now, Benny's description of pop songs as a DJ set, I crammed into 3 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Using the analogy of club dynamics with highs and lows.
Right.
It's actually a really insightful way to think about song structure.
It is. It makes you appreciate all the thought that goes into it.
Right. It really breaks down the pacing and the energy flow in a way that's really easy to grasp.
Absolutely. And that he talks about those studio obsessions.
Yeah.
The things most listeners would never even notice.
Right.
Or care about.
Right. Like the snare drum.
The snare drum, perfect example.
And his mother's reaction of not knowing what a snare drum is, it just drives home the point that there's so much detail in music production that often goes unseen and unappreciated.
Yeah, it's behind the scenes magic.
Right, but as Benny points out, those subtle elements really contribute to the overall feel.
They do.
And the impact of the music.
Absolutely, and we can't forget Selena's reactions to the increasing heat.
Oh, my God.
Needing napkins, commenting on the lingering burn.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The flavor. These are the moments that make Hot Ones so compelling.
Right.
You're seeing real human reactions to this intense experience.
Right.
Yeah.
And I love her honesty about it.
Oh, yeah. She's not holding back.
Now, shifting gears a bit.
Okay.
Their discussion about their Venn diagram of musical taste is really interesting.
It is? Yeah.
Patty Climb and Ella Fitzgerald as the shared point of intersection.
Yeah, what do you think that tells us about them?
I think it suggests a shared appreciation for classic, powerful vocalists and timeless songwriting.
Yeah, these are iconic artists with incredible range.
Yeah, and depth.
Depth of emotion, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Benny admitting that he's become a true Swiftie.
Oh, my God.
Since dating Selena.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
It's so sweet.
It shows how these personal relationships can broaden our horizons.
Yeah.
And lead to unexpected appreciation for new things.
Right. Maybe you wouldn't have considered it before.
Yeah, exactly. It highlights how being close to someone can really open you up to new passions.
Yeah. And the host's observation that Benny is now a more manageable talk show guest.
Oh, yeah.
Which Selena confirms kind of hints at this positive personal evolution.
Yeah, a little bit growth, maybe influenced by the relationship.
Right. It suggests a certain grounding effect, a sense of calm, maybe even centeredness. Centeredness, right?
Yeah.
And later in the interview, Selena reflects on the success of Lose You to Love Me.
Oh, yeah, that was a huge hit.
It was a huge hit. And
Yeah.
she talks about how unexpected its relatability was.
Yeah.
And how it became this anthem for people who experience similar heartbreak. It really underscores the power of vulnerability in art.
It does sometimes the most personal expressions resonate the widest.
Right, because they tap into universal emotions.
Exactly. Authenticity connects.
It really does. And we get this funny little window
Yeah.
into Selena's interactions with her only murders in The Building co-stars.
Yeah.
Martin Short and Steve Martin.
That must be so fun.
Oh, my God. And how she picked up old man tendencies from them.
It's like, I'm turning into them.
Yeah, particularly their eating habits.
It's so charming.
It's such a charming anecdote, and that brief mention of reading the news with them and her developing this yes-no habit
Oh, yeah.
further paints this picture of their influence.
It's great. It's those little humanizing details that make these celebrities seem so relatable.
So relatable.
Now, we can't ignore the return of the infamous De Bomb Beyond Insanity wing.
Oh, my God, the PTSD is real.
It's real. The host gives Selena a fair warning this time.
He does.
But her reaction to even the smell is just palpable.
Oh, she hates it.
It's like she's transported back to that Tonight Show moment.
Yeah.
You can tell the fear is real.
Yeah.
And her struggle to handle the heat, that instant regret. It's classic Hot Ones.
It's
And Benny's reaction to her distress, I think, is quite endearing.
Yeah.
It's a genuine display of concern for his partner.
Well, it really highlights the supportive nature of their relationship.
Yeah, even amidst this bizarrely spicy chaos.
Exactly. And then we have the question bucket segment.
Oh, yeah.
Which predictably devolves into this hilarious spice-fueled mayhem.
Oh, yeah. The heat is on.
The heat is on.
Their brains are melting.
Selena's brain completely short-circuits when she's trying to name her all-time favorite song.
I know, it's too much.
It's too much. Benny's equally unsuccessful attempt to get her to name her most underrated song.
Yeah.
It's like the heat is affecting their cognitive functions.
It's taken over.
Yeah.
They can't think straight.
And Selena asking Benny whether he'd be a monkey or a koala bear.
That's amazing.
I mean,
so random.
Pure, unadulterated, spice-induced randomness.
I love it. As they move on to those final, even more formidable wings.
Oh, my God.
The Sicilian scorpion, the legendary last stab.
Yeah.
Their reactions just become more and more exaggerated.
Oh, yeah.
More comical. More sympathetic, honestly.
Yeah.
You can really see the physical toll the spice is taking.
Yeah, it's written all over their faces.
And then the host asks the big question.
Oh, yeah.
Will this shared experience strengthen their relationship?
Right.
Or lead to some spicy disagreements?
Right.
Selena's optimistic take on doing it together is really sweet.
It is, yeah.
But Benny's slightly less enthusiastic response.
Right.
Joking that couples shouldn't play this game.
Right.
Especially after Selena playfully called him out for not knowing his own songs.
I know.
It just adds this dose of realistic humor.
It really does. It's a funny, honest little exchange.
It is. And finally, Selena gets to promote their new album.
Yes.
I Said I Love You First.
Yeah.
Making sure to emphasize that she indeed said it first.
She did.
And her comment about probably not returning to the show.
Yeah.
But being open to seeing the host anytime.
Right.
Is the perfect blend of humor.
Right.
And just like a nod to the fiery ordeal.
Right.
That she just endured.
Yeah.
It brings their whole appearance full circle.
Yeah.
Reviving us why they were there.
Right.
But also acknowledging the unforgettable experience they just had.
Right. So looking back at this deep dive into Selena and Bernie's Hot Ones adventure.
Yeah.
What are the key takeaways for you, our listener?
Well, I think we've seen a really interesting dynamic between them.
Yeah.
Both in their personal connection and their creative partnership.
Right. And their ability to find humor.
Oh, yeah.
Even when they're facing that intense discomfort is a real testament to their bond.
Absolutely.
I think we've also gained some surprising insights into their individual personalities and how they navigate the pressures of fame and the very specific pressure of extremely spicy chicken wings.
Right. It's a unique kind of pressure.
It really is.
I think what might seem like a lighthearted celebrity interview actually provides a fascinating window into the trust, the support,
Right.
and that playful banter,
Right.
that forms the foundation of their relationship.
Yeah, and I think it's a great reminder that even in unconventional and kind of absurd situations,
Right.
you
Like
can,
hot ones.
right,
Genuine connection and individual personalities can shine too.
absolutely. So, which brings us to, you think about it, how often do unconventional situations in your own life reveal the most genuine aspects of your relationships or your own character?
Interesting.
Right. What unexpected environments have given you surprising insights into the people around you?
It's a great question, something to ponder.
It is something to ponder.
Yeah, and if exploring these kinds of dynamics resonates with you,
Yeah.
and you have other fascinating content you want us to delve into,
Yeah.
we'd love to hear about it.
Keep those suggestions coming.
Yeah,
We're always looking for our next deep dive.
always.
Yeah.